Hello everyone. Today let's study Course 4, Virtualization Platform Maintenance. Preface. Expertly mastering basic maintenance methods of CAS is very important in the daily operation and maintenance process. Improper operation will more or less adversely affect operation of the environment, and the correct and efficient operation and maintenance operation will certainly provide effective protection for normal operation of the environment. This chapter mainly introduces daily maintenance method of CAS, including using commands in the background of the host and some common change operations of CAS. Course objectives. After learning this course, you will be able to master daily maintenance method of CAS, master common operation and maintenance of CAS, familiar with various change operation methods of CAS. Contents. Number 1. Daily Maintenance Management Guide of CAS. View summary information. Through the summary information, you can quickly view the system health degree of current cluster and the resource allocation and usage. Here is the summary information. We can see the cluster and the resource allocation and the usage, such as memory usage, CPU usage, and so on. On the main management interface, after logging into CAS, click the left navigation bar to view summary information of the cluster, host, and VM in turn. For example, we can click the cluster 1 and it will show the cluster information. Then we click the 3K node 1 or 3K node 3, it will show the 3K node's information. And if we click the VM, it will show VM's information. Now let's talk about the summary information of the cluster. From the summary information of the cluster, you can browse the basic information of the cluster, as well as the CPU utilization and the memory utilization of the top 5 hosts and the top 5 VMs in the cluster. We can see the example in the figure. Top 5 hosts by CPU usage. The number 1 is 3K node 3. It takes 18% of CPU usage. And the top 5 hosts by memory usage. The number 1 is 3K node. It takes over 15% memory usage. Next, let's talk about the summary information of the host. From the summary information of the host, you can browse basic information of the host, as well as the CPU utilization and the memory utilization, the resource monitoring information of the top 5 VMs in the host. In this picture, we can see the top 5 VMs by CPU usage and the computer resource monitoring and the network throughput Mbps. Then let's talk about the summary information of VM. From the summary information of the VM, you can browse the basic information, the hardware information, and the resource utilization of the VM. From the figure, we can see the CPU usage and the memory usage and the NIC, IP address, MAC address, and VLAN, and the CPU usage, memory 4G, CPU 2-core, and so on. Alarm check. On the main management interface, after logging into CAS, 4 alarm indicators for CAS system operation are displayed in the upper right part, including critical alarm, major alarm, minor alarm, and warning. Click an alarm indicator to open the real-time alarm page, or choose alarm management or real-time alarm to open the real-time alarm page. Click the Filter button to filter the alarm information in the pop-up dialog box. You can edit something in here. Click Alarm Management or Alarm Thresholds to modify configuration information of alarm thresholds. In Alarm Thresholds page, you can modify host alarms, VM alarms, cluster alarms, failure alarms, security alarms, and other alarms. You can link this to an alarm server and edit the information about these alarms. Then let's talk about one-click check. This is a very convenient feature in CAS. We can click the green button hotkey and select Healthy Check to enter the check page and test the specified module based on your requirements. Select Summary hotkey Healthy Check to enter the check page and test the specified module based on your requirements. If you want to check CPU usage, CPU overcommitment, memory overcommitment, and storage and the network, you can set it as your requirement. The check results can be printed or exported. For example, now we can see we got 94 points in the healthy check, and the check result is total number of items is 30, failure for 3 items, warning for 9 items, and we can see these items in the list. And if you want to recheck, you can click the green button recheck to restart the healthy check. View operation login. Log into the CAS management platform. Select System and view the administrator's operation on the operation login page. Click the filter button on the upper right corner to filter operation login by keywords such as login name, time range, and action. You can use this feature to check the login more conveniently. Log collection. One-click collection on the front page of CAS. In the front page of CAS, you can use the one-click collection feature. You just enter the operation login and then select Collect Log Files. Then click the Collect Log Files button. It will collect the logs automatically. We also can collect the logs in the background. We can use the CAS collect log.sh script to collect the CVK logs in the background. And we also can execute the following log collection commands to collect the log. Log analysis. Content of log compressed package. The decompressed log file mainly includes the following types of files. We can run LSA to check them. Content of CVK log. The decompressed xxx.tel.bz2 log file of the CVK host, including the following directory files. Command out means background command output information, host hardware information, OVS configuration, partition liberate commands, and so on. And etc means the directory includes some configuration file on the etc, such as libvirt, OVS, and OCFS2. Log list means log file name information. Run means status information during running. VAR means include log information, system information, syslog, script log, and so on of each function module. The CVK vault directory includes log information of each function module, including CASHA, CMSD, message means syslog message, host system logs, operation, log manually executed in the background, CAS log, libvirt means VM related log, OCFS2 shell means OCFS2 shell script log of shared file system, and RES monitor, boot log, cat shell, log shell, open vSwitch, vSwitch log, SA shell, and so on. Chapter 2. Common maintenance commands of CAS. Common maintenance commands of CAS. HA commands. Obtain a list of clusters managed by the HA process. CHA cluster list. We can see HA database info, cluster list, cluster ID, and HA memory info. Query status of a specified cluster. We can run CHA cluster status cluster ID. For example, we can run CHA cluster status and cluster ID 1. We can get the HA database info, cluster 1 information, and the CVK host VM information, and so on. If you want to query a list of hosts in a cluster, you can run CHA node list cluster ID. For example, we run CHA node list 1, we get HA database info and HA memory info, and the IP, host IP, and the host name, CVK node 1, CVK node 2, and so on. And if you want to query a host in a cluster, you can run CHA node status host name. For example, if we are interested in CVK node 1, we can run CHA node status CVK node. It will output HA database info, CVK node in cluster 1 and its IP address and VMs it has, and HA memory info. It will show the HA information, memory information, and the timestamp, and so on. Next, let's talk about vSwitch commands. If you want to query the internal version of an OVS, you can run OVS vsctl v. When we run OVS vsctl v, we can see the OVS vsctl open vSwitch version number is 2.9.1. DB schema is 7.15.1. And the query vSwitch and its port information, we can run OVS vsctl show. We run this in our environment. Now we can see the interface ETH3, vSwitch 0, port VNet2, tag 77, and its interface VNet2. About port ETH0, interface ETH0, and so on. Query vSwitch port binding information. Sometimes we will bind our vSwitch port, and we can run OVS appctl bond show to check the information of them. However, we run this command in our environment, but it does not output anything because in our environment we didn't use bound. So if you have environment, you can try to run this command to check the bound information. Then let's talk about iSCSI commands. If you want to query the season and the corresponding disk about iSCSI, you can run iSCSI ADM M season to check the season and the corresponding disk. In example, we can see the IQN, it means the corresponding disk, and the information about this season. About Tomcat service commands, here are 4 commands we always use. The first one is the query command. If you want to query the Tomcat service, you can run systemctl status tomcat8.service. If you want to stop the Tomcat service, you can run systemctl stop tomcat8.service. If you want to start the Tomcat service, you can run system control start Tomcat 8 service. If you want to restart the Tomcat service when the Tomcat service has been started, you can run system control restart Tomcat 8 service. These two are the commands we always use. Next, let's talk about MariaDB service command. MariaDB is like MySQL is a database software in CentOS. If you want to query the MariaDB service, you can run system control status MariaDB.service. If you want to stop the MariaDB service, you can run system control stop MariaDB.service. If you want to start it, you can run systemctl start MariaDB.service. It looks like the Tomcat 8 command. Virtual service command. If you want to query VMs in the background of the CVK host, you can run virtual list all commands in the background, and it will show the ID and name and state of the VMs. For example, test001 is ID 23 and its state is running. Test001 is the VM name, and we can start or shut down VMs in the background of the CVK host. For example, if you want to start the VM named ADCamps, you can run virtual start ADCamps, and it will show domain ADCamps started. And if you want to shut down it, you can also run virtual shutdown ADCamps. It will show domain ADCamps is being shut down. But I need to explain it is not recommended to shut down. You are recommended to normally shut down the VM from the inside of the VM operating system. The VM can be started or shut down in the background only when the VM cannot be operated in the foreground under special circumstances. Virtual service command. Query the VM's disk structure in the background of the CVK host. We can run virtual dump BLK list ID. For example, we run virtual dump BLK list 23. It will show target and source, VDA, FDA, and HDA, and it will show the disk structure. If you want to query storage pool operation in the background of the CVK host, you can run virtual pool list O. It will output the pool list and about the default pool, HTTP pool, SSD pool, and its state and auto start status. Cat server service start command. Service cat server restart. Libert service start command. Service libert restart. QEMU command. Query VM image file information. QEMU img info VM image file. Combine image files. QEMU img convert all QCOW to FQCOW2 and the image file names. For example, if you want to query VM imaging file information, you can run QEMU img info and the VM imaging file. In this example, we want to check CVK01 clone this imaging file. So we run QEMU img info CVK01 clone, and it will output imagine CVK01 clone and the file format QCOW2 and its virtual size, disk size, cluster size, and the format specific information. This is all information about the imagine file. Then next, let's talk about the combine imagine files. The command is QEMU img convert 0 QCOW2 FQCOW XXX. The XXX means the new image's name. This example will show you the usage of the QEMU img convert command. We run QEMU img convert 0 QCLW2 F QCLW2 CVK01 clone and the new CVK. And when we run this command, it will create a new image files and the name is new CVK. We can run LL to check the files in this directory, and the new file is created in this directory, and its name is what we said, new CVK. Next, let's talk about common I/O storage operation and maintenance commands. I/O state. When we run command I/O state XL, we can see the system version, host name, and the data. AVQ CPU means overall CPU usage statistic. Device means I/O static of each disk device. SDA, SDB, and the device column display the device name in the form of SDX. TOP. When we run TOP in the background of the CVK host, we can see the statistical information of the whole system, and the details of each process are shown at the bottom of the static area. We got some items. For example, PID means process ID. UID means the user ID of the process owner. User means the username of the process owner. VIRT means virtual memory usage. RES means resident memory usage. SHR means shared memory. Memory means percentage of physical memory used by the process. CPU means percentage of CPU time spent since the last update. Some common query commands. LSBRK. We can use it to query the disk information. DFH. We can use it to query the partition disk info, such as size, usage, and mount point. And we also can run mount command to check the disk info and the mount version. For example, we run mount in the CVK host number 1. We can see the SYSFS on sys, and its type is SYSFS. We can see the type and the mount point. FDiskL. We can use FDiskL to check more detailed information about the disk. Free. We can run free command to check the total memory, used memory, free memory, and available memory. Next, let's talk about Linux commands. VI or VIM. Run the VI command. We can run the VI commands in the CVK background. When we run vi test.txt, we will create a txt file named test, and we will enter the command mode. It will show the txt.txt file information. It will show the new file, and we can enter the insert mode to edit the txt file. Modify the content. When we enter the insert mode, we can modify the content. For example, we input 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will show in the screen. Then we press ESC to switch back to the common mode. In common mode, we cannot edit the content. We just only can check the content. Finally, we can run the WQ, means write and quit, command to save the file and quit the VI. After we quit the VI version, we can run the ls command to view the new file. For example, when we run ls in the background, we will see the files in the directory, and the new file test.txt we created will also be shown in the screen. ls. Run the ls means list command to print out the file information of the current directory. We can run ls, add option, and directory name to check the directory's information. For example, when we enter the VMS directory, we run ls all. It will show all files in the directory VMS, and we can see the files total 116. And the pwd command will help us because it can display the current directory. Run the pwd means print working directory command to put the current work directory. For example, when we in the directory VMS, we run the pwd. It will output the VMS, the directory's name. cd. Run the cd command to switch a work directory. cd means change directory. mkdir. Run the mkdir command to create a new directory. mkdir means make directory. We can run make directory m or p directory name to create a new directory. cp. cp means copy. We can copy a file to another file. For example, cp source file and destination file. We can copy the source file to the destination file. And we also can copy source 1, source 2, source 3 to the destination directory. For example, we copy the uis.conf to uis.bak. Now, in the directory, we can see the uis.bak and uis.conf. It means it has been copied. Let's do a summary of Linux commands. scp means copy files remotely. rm means delete files or directories. mv means move files or directories or change names. tar, compress the packed files. IO state, query device load. Uptime, query system start time and load. Date, display system time. fconfig means query network internet card information. Password means set user password. TCP dump means capture packets. df means query disk space information. Mount or amount means mount or unmount disk. Third, common change operation of cache. Shutdown or startup operation. Host shutdown. If you want to shut down the host, you need to migrate or shut down the VM first. Then make the host enter the maintenance mode. After that, shut down the host. If you want the host start up again, you can start up the host, then make the host quit the maintenance mode, and migrate or start up the VM. Here is host node expansion. 1. Install a mirror that is consistent with the current environment version of the host. 2. Configure the host name, time, and password according to the specifications. 3. Add the CVK host through the add host function of the CVM foreground. 4. Add vSwitch configuration network for management, servers, storage, and so on. Mount the volume on the CVK host side after a volume mapping relationship is configured on the storage side. Here is the 5 steps of host node expansion. Then let's talk about hardware expansion. If you want to expand your hardware, you need to follow these steps. Step 1. Migrate the VM. 2. Pause and delete the shared storage. 3. The host enters the maintenance mode. 4. The CVK host shut down. 5. Expand the physical memory. 6. Make the CVK host start up again. 7. Make the host quit the maintenance mode. 8. Add and start the shared storage. 9. Migrate the VM or start the VM again. Modify time and clock. Before modify time and clock, you need to know these 2 tips. Tips 1, do not modify time in the past. Tips 2, modify time in the future. Below is the modify operation steps. 1. Backup CVM configuration. 2. Check whether there is a time-sensitive application. 3. Turn off all VM time synchronization function and turn off the VM. 4. Modify the time of the NTP server or CVK host. 5. Check whether the application sensitive to time adjustment is normal. 6. Start the VM and restore the service. Modify IP address and host name. Here is the modify IP address and host names process. 1. Migrate the VM. 2. Delete the host from the cluster. 3. Modify the IP or host name. 4. Add the host again. 5. Migrate the VM back to the host. Here is the modified IP or host names page. You can HDM to server and you can enter this page. Modify admin password. After the CAS platform is installed, the admin will be configured with the default password, and the user will be promoted to modify the default password when logging. The picture is showing the CAS to prompt you to change the password because your password is default, and you just to input the old password and set the new password. The password will be changed. Modify admin password. Here is another way to modify the admin password. Modify the admin password. The admin password can also be modified in the operator management section. Just click System, Operators, and Groups, then Operators in turn. Select the admin user, click the Modify, and select the Reset Password. Then you just input old password, then set the new password. After that, the password is changed. Modify the root password. Logging into the CAS platform. Select the host that needs to be modified. Right-click the host and select Modify Host. Then enter a new password in the pop-up dialog box to complete the modification. It is not recommended to log into the CVK background through SSH protocol to modify the root password. This will destroy the confidential free relationship between the CVM and the CVK, and enable the CVK to display abnormally in the CVM foreground. Now, let's talk about hardware maintenance. If you want to replace the CVK host, you need to follow this change flow chart. 1. Migrating virtual machine. 2. Confirm data integrity. 3. Enter maintenance mode. 4. Host maintenance operation. 5. Quit maintenance mode. 6. Migrating back to virtual machine. About replacing the CPU, memory, and disk hardware, you need to make the host enter the maintenance mode, and then make the host is shut down. After you replace the CPU and memory and the disk hardware, and you start up the host and make the host quit the maintenance mode. If you want to replace the network internet card, you need to record the status of the network interface card before the replacement, and then make the host enter the maintenance mode. Then shut down the host, just like the CPU and the memory change operation. Then replace the network internet card. Reset the binding relationship between the original network port and the network. Replace the network interface card. For the single network port, you just run OVS, VCS, TL, DEL port, OVS name, and ETH0. OVS, VSCTL, ADD port, OVS name, ETH1. But for multi-network port aggregation, you need to run OVS, VSCTL, DEL bound, VS30, VS30 bound, and OVS, VSCTL, ADD bound, VS30, VS30 bound, ETH2 and ETH3. Then let's talk about version upgrade. Upgrade mode. We got two upgrade modes. They are online upgrade and offline upgrade. And there are some parameters of the upgrade script. We usually use the upgrade script to upgrade the version in the CVK host. The parameters root upgrade.sh. This command is to run the upgrade script. Usage upgrade.sh and option. The option is including pcvks, pre-check, post-check, copy, f3m, f3k, force 3k, and restore MySQL. Version upgrade steps. Here is the version upgrade steps. 1. Preparation before the upgrade. 2. Service suspension. 3. Upgrade pre-check. 4. Upgrade version. 5. Upgrade acceptance check. 6. Host restart. 7. Check version. You can run cat etc cat 3k version to check the currently version. 8. Service restoration. Summary. Today, we studied the daily maintenance method on the operation guide of CAS, and the introduction to common operation and maintenance commands of CAS. Finally, we study common change operation guide of CAS. Thanks for your listening. I really appreciate